welcome to another episode of the Rotator Cuff Expert. A few new things most people know about, but we have the new private Facebook group, so please check that out. I'll put a link into this video about how to get in touch with us and get involved in the Rotator Cuff Expert Facebook group. Also, don't forget our website, mybodyprotector.com. We have some different things there they might be interested in. We are continue to develop and look for new topics along the lines of trying to help everybody understand and get better and improve after shoulder surgery. Comments help me a lot and helps me to see where you guys are coming from, as well as create additional content. So today we're going to talk about TENS units. Can TENS units control pain or improve pain after surgery? TENS stands for transcutaneous electric nerve stimulation. So it's a little device. We'll show you a little device that has two electrodes. Typically, it can have more than two electrodes. If you're having shoulder surgery, you might put an electrode here, an electrode here in the back. It's hooked up to a box, and you can adjust that intensity of the box. So there's three settings. The one setting is the amplitude, so how intense it is. One is a pulse width, how long it lasts, and lastly is a pulse rate, how many times, how quickly it goes, right? And so you can have a high intensity or a low intensity. You can have a long pulse width, which means it gives you that stimulation for a longer time. And then a pulse rate can be how often you get that pulse or that shock. Technically, it is electric shock, although we'll talk about this in a minute. That electric shock, we don't want it to feel like a shock. Amplitude can be from about 2 to 100, pulse width from 4 to 250, pulse rate from 1 to 200 hertz. Depending on what you want to achieve, and depending on the studies that you read, would really determine what the right answer is as far as that goes. Then we look at TENS units. We look at there's different kinds or theories or thoughts on what kind of TENS should you use. There's a high frequency TENS, so it's a low intensity but happens a lot. And then there's an acu TENS, so you may actually put a probe in the skin. Obviously, that's not very helpful for us in thinking about how to recover from shoulder surgery at home anyway. And then there's intense, where it's a lower frequency, but it's a more intense electrical charge, so to speak. So those are the three different kind of classes of it. So the idea of a TENS unit and what it does is what I like to typically say to my patients: it confuses the nerves, right? The pain sensors are trying to bring that pain information to the brain, and you're confusing those nerves so you don't feel pain. And so that's good. Obviously, that's very helpful after shoulder surgery. The theory is there's this called gate theory. There's a couple different theories on how it works. No one actually really truly exactly knows how it works. But the idea is it confuses the nerves. It actually may release some endogenous or what's inside your body, dopamine, which actually creates a feeling of pleasure. I don't think you ever don't really get the pleasure, but you get the no pain. In looking through the studies, and I use TENS somewhat, but actually after looking through all these studies, I'm going to use TENS more. I look at 3 studies, and we'll link to them to the very end of this video. So there's one from 14, one from 19, and one from 2017. Sirawat in an article in the Anesthesia Journal, Rotator in a Aging Journal, and Peng in another journal. Those 3 give us a pretty good indication that TENS can be an important part of this multimodal pain control, right? So multimodal, we talked about this before, and we talked about controlling pain after shoulder surgery, and this was not in that because I hadn't researched that yet. So the idea is we give some anti-inflammatories, so we decrease the inflammation. We give some narcotics, so that affects certain receptors in cells. We give gabapentin, and that affects different sensors in different cells. And we may give a long-acting narcotic as well as a short-acting narcotic. And then we talk about ice, right? Ice cooling the skin, decreasing that. And then this, I think, plays another role. And if you look at the studies, it's actually interesting. In this day and age, when we really talk about narcotic use and try to decrease narcotic use, and it looks as if in these studies, and what I think is very interesting, that actually If we also, in conjunction with taking narcotics, we use the TENS unit, that we actually will use less narcotics. So that's the whole idea. The reason why I, as a surgeon, use multimodal, why I use gabapentin and Celebrex, which is an anti-inflammatory, gabapentin is a nerve pain medicine, and long-acting long-acting morphine for 12 hours and a short-acting hydrocodone, is because if you do a little bit of all those, you don't have to take as much of the narcotics. The narcotics have certain side effects, as we all know, and high rate of abuse, our rate of addiction, so we have to be careful. And if we can place another piece besides those medicines, besides ice, we place this as a piece, we see in the studies that actually decreases narcotic use, decreases pain, and decreases narcotic use. And that's what we all want to do anyway. We would love to take less narcotics, less side effects. TENS unit, I think, is really important. When the studies, in general, when I look at the studies, the key thing in each TENS unit, it's a little bit different, so you have to adjust it for that. The key thing is that we want alternating high and low frequency, right? So sometimes it's going to be high, sometimes it's going to be low. The alternating actually prevents the body from kind of getting used to that stimulation. And we want it to be strong but comfortable. So not so strong that it's uncomfortable, but maybe just on the edge of just below that comfort. So that's important. So when I see this, I'm going to really start digging into how I can supply my patients with a TENS unit. Sometimes it's approved by insurance, sometimes it's not. The TENS units, actually, a lot of TENS units are not really that expensive. So trying to find the right TENS unit for my patients and getting them to be able to use it in a safe way is super important. Hopefully this helps. Again, like it, please, and subscribe. We'll see you soon. Hope this helps. And please leave a comment for us. Thanks.